seven seas, spread throughout the world. It is said that there is a monster for each of these seven seas. Ships are being attacked one after another. Sharks gather around monsters seeking human flesh. The ocean is not only a place of blessing, but a place of terror. An enormous bounty has been set for their heads. Brave youth go out to face the monsters. The Ocean Hunter.
Okay, hello and welcome to another episode of Arcade Assault on an on-rails shooter. Today we are playing the Ocean Hunter. Our first target is the Kraken, which attacked 4 ships and 185 people lost their lives in the attacks. The divers are being attacked by sharks. Basically we have to rescue the divers, or at least attempt to, and then go down there and kill the Kraken. Obviously, only one of the player characters drops down because, well, I'm playing this in single player. Okay, so, this is a standard on-rails shooter, so I just need to click and shoot all of the... I just need to shoot the sharks and various other aquatic life, and hopefully not die too many times. Okay, I'm gonna be totally honest, I have played through this once before just to make sure that the emulator worked. That's because, honestly, setting up the Model 3 emulator was a lot more of a pain than I was hoping it would be. Also, I am not gonna get this done in time. Okay, that is unfortunate. So, basically, because I missed the kill... because I didn't kill White Death fast enough, we will be missing out on a thing. It's not that big of a deal, but I'll point it out when we get to it. So yeah, this game came out in 1998, and I'm going to be totally honest, until last year, I did not know it existed. So we also have to shoot some sea snakes, and we'll be seeing other various forms of aquatic life as we go. So, you see that thing over there that I just was shooting at? If we'd killed the big shark, the White Death, if before it got to that diver, we would actually have a mini boss fight with that thing. So, this is the sunken ship where the Kraken lives. So, now we're in this sunken pirate ship, and those are some barracudas. So, now I have to be a bit careful, because I also have to deal with barracudas. Although, once again, the same approach is taken for everything here. It is shoot the things until they fall down. Or, I guess, until they die, I guess, because, actually, no. I would like to make a slight correction on that, because I think the game specifies that you aren't actually killing any of... I think like you aren't killing any of the normal wildlife, but you are killing the bosses. But like, I think it's meant to be just like, oh, you're kind of just like paralyzing them temporarily. Like, you're kind of just stunning the other things, which realistically doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because a lot of these enemies are getting kind of just blasted all over the shop. Oh, also, I did get hit earlier. I don't know if there's extra lives in this game. I think there should be. And here we have another... Well, here we have a mini-boss. The Sea Serpent. Which, you know, it is a big old snake, so we just shoot it in the mouth until it blows up. So that is the Sea Serpent defeated. Now we head on up to what appears... Oh, that's another barracuda. And I just got hit again. Fortunately for me, I do have infinite continues, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, obviously... Okay, yeah, so that's a continue before I even got to the first boss, but that is fine. So, we now have the first boss, the Kraken. Because, you know, you're in a cool, big underwater game. Of course, the Kraken is going to be a first boss. Or at least a boss. So this is the Kraken. as you would expect, it will attack us with its tentacles, so we just need to shoot the tentacles until it kind of breaks the attack. Fortunately for me, I have shoot on both the left and right mouse buttons, so hopefully that means I can get through this without too much hassle. And then I also need to shoot it in the eye, because that's its weak point after a certain point. But for now, we just need to shoot the tentacles to not get hit. And yeah, pretty much this is a pretty okay just first boss. This is a scripted event where we get grabbed, and now we just shoot it in the eye, and that is the Kraken defeated. So that is stage 1 complete with 1 continue. I'm gonna be totally honest, the last time I played this, I did play through this once before. It was bad. I had a lot of continues. Okay, up next is Leviathan. I think it said it had destroyed 11 ships, and I think that was 384 people had been killed. So that's quite a lot. Also, just straight away, this level seems a lot more intense with its music. Which I guess makes sense, because this is, I mean, realistically, you're fighting sharks from the get-go, so, Also, important to note, obviously not all of these sharks are hostile. Some are just kind of background dressing, so hopefully I won't need to shoot all of the hammerhead sharks, but obviously the more of them I hit, the more I will get points. I don't think I gain bonus lives or anything for points, and I don't think there's any, like, secret endings for saving all the... Yeah, I don't think there's any secret endings for saving all of the other divers or anything. Also, turn, just hitting that treasure and just stealing that from that guy. So now we have the Hydra, which is 3 sea snakes that will, pretty much we just have to pop... Basically, we just have to go between all 3 of them and just kind of shoot them individually. And hopefully not die to them. But, you know, they do all have their own individual health bars. You'll know when one is dead, because it'll have... There we go. It has, like, the little effect, and its health bar will disappear when we kill it. And that is all 3 dealt with. Fantastic. Now... No, wait. That one was still barely alive. There we go. So I guess those were just, like, giant eels or something. But with that, we now enter the kind of underwater sunken city bit. Be careful. This is the ruins where the Leviathan is. So this, visually, is really cool. I really like this section visually. I mean, in general, this game looks really nice. Also, fun fact, I didn't actually even know this game. I think I've already mentioned it in this episode. I did not know this game existed until last year, because I have never seen this game in the wild. Also, I now need to save this guy. Also, there is a... Please note the guy just kind of sneaking by in the distance. Okay, so we do get a bonus life for that. Very nice. And I believe we are also very close to the level boss here. So, let's just keep shooting, and that is some kind of ray, I think. I'll be honest, sea life is not exactly my area of expertise. So, apologies if I'm completely wrong on some aspects. Huh, it said I took damage there, but I didn't take damage. So, I guess I must have ticked up to 4 health. Okay, so, yeah, 364 people. And now we fight the Leviathan, which is, of course, a giant shark. Which, you know, makes perfect sense. You're not gonna have your... You're never gonna have your big underwater on-rails shooter and not have a giant shark as a boss. And, you know, I think it makes perfect sense. Have it as the second boss, because that way... Like, you have it as the second boss, because that way people have played at least a little bit. That, you know, people will play to see the giant shark, you know? Also, to be totally honest, going back to me not knowing that this game existed until last year, yeah, I honestly had never seen this game before. I didn't know it existed because I'd never seen an actual arcade cabinet of it. And honestly, it's kind of a shame, because I think in terms of, like, thematics and everything, it's very unique. I can't really think of another one like it. Also, turn to turn, I do quite like being able to just shoot using both mouse buttons, but I I already have a feeling that by the end of the game, my hand is going to hurt. Because I'm 2 levels in, and yeah, it's already not looking great. I also don't know how much... I also don't know if the game tracks my accuracy, so I don't know if I'm going to have a third thing to kind of measure for it at the end. Okay, that did a massive chunk of damage. Okay, so... Well, we didn't quite land the shot that time. Nope, okay, we die again, so that's 2 continues in 2 stages. Am I not aiming at the throat? There we go. So, oh, it's still alive. Barely. It's barely alive, but it is still alive. 10 out of 10, this is why you always keep playing until you get confirmation that the boss is dead. Anyway, that is boss number 2 complete. So that is the Lunar Sea completed. I think we go to Tartarus Deep next. Yeah, level 3, Tartarus Deep, where we hunt down Charybdis. Which, yeah, Charybdis is a giant kind of glowing anglerfish type thing. And this is where we go into the deep water. Like, this is where, like, this is where, how do I phrase this? This is where, like, thalassophobia, like, really kicks in. Because, obviously, yeah, this is darkness, basically. You're just kind of going down into the dark waters, where you can't really get the light. So, not exactly a fun time. Thalassophobia is very understandable. I don't remember if thalassophobia is just deep water, or if it's, like, deep dark water, or whatever. Either way, yeah, not a fan. And also, I'm gonna be totally honest, I need to kill this thing. There we go. Save that guy. Fantastic. Oh, no, I did not save him in time. Okay, I did save him. Fantastic. Good, good, good. Monster attacked us at the entrance of that cave. The others didn't make it. Be careful. Okay, so, off we go. And here we get the level's mini-boss already. Once again, we need to shoot the tentacle. Scylla, or Scylla, or however that's pronounced, is tied to Greek mythology. If I recall correctly, Scylla and Charybdis were, I think, their sisters? And I think they were both, like, sirens or something. And it was basically one... I think it was basically they, you know, sat either a side of a stream, and you'd have to go closer to one or the other to get past, and either way it would still just wreck and destroy ships. I think that's how that worked. I think that's how the mythology of Charybdis and Scylla works. Also, in order to just attempt to give myself a bit more leeway for... Oh, that was a ton of damage. Okay, so Scylla, dead. I think it actually comes back later in the game as like a slightly weaker mini-boss, but I might be wrong on that. Okay, so down we go into what I assume must have been like a mining thing. Oh, also, Scylla and Charybdis being named after whatchamacallit, things from ancient Greek myth is not that is for a certain purpose, and it makes perfect sense when you remember that this level is called Tartarus Deep. Because Tartarus has ties to, like, the Greek underworld. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I know that Tartarus is, like, part of the underworld and stuff. And now we have a Naga, which I believe is part of... I think it's Hindu mythologies? I might, if I'm wrong about any of these things, please correct me, and I'm terribly sorry for being wrong. Either way, we are kind of shooting our way through here. And hopefully we can get this thing before it attacks it. I was about to say, it didn't seem like it was attacking, but hey, I think we're on like 5 continues now and 3 levels. This, honestly, this might be a 20 continue game. I don't mean to kind of, you know, big it up, but I think this is definitely going to be the new record holder, because I don't know, I don't know if it's just because I'm playing this on an emulator and it's defaulted to like hard mode or something, but I'm really struggling with this. Because, okay, so here is the boss. What's that light? It's Charybdis, the big anglerfish thing. Yeah, so basically, we shoot. So basically, it summons enemies as well, and then we have to shoot it in the mouth because, of course, we do. When in doubt, shoot the big enemy in the mouth. Shooting the big enemy in its mouth, the time-tested approach. On the plus side, okay, I didn't get hit there, so that's good at least. To be totally honest, I knew that I wanted to do an episode on Ocean Hunter, I just didn't really know when, and I'm gonna be totally honest, I've recorded Pokemon, so I have up to episode 7 of Pokemon done, but at the same time, it's just, I didn't know what I wanted to do for the 2 other things this week, and yeah, so I kind of settled on a quick look at Metroid Prime and this episode of Arcade Assault. I mean, I'm definitely having fun, and so that's always a good thing. And now Charybdis is just trying to suck us in, basically, and we have to shoot its light. Which is probably a lot... I was going to say, it's probably a lot harder than it seems as I actually hit it. Because this game appears to have a unique mechanic. Because, as you can see, where I'm aiming isn't exactly where my shots are going all the time. I think they can kind of go up or down a little bit, like they have a little bit of drift naturally. I might be wrong, but I think that's how that works. Either way, Tartarus Deep is now dealt with, and now we go to the Texcoco Great Lake to deal with Aizotl. Okay. Also, I'm terribly sorry. I feel like I pronounced that wrong. It attacks people on land. What kind of a monster is this? Okay, and now we have to deal with piranhas. Big piranhas, apparently. And of course, we get our classic... And of course, we get the classic introduction to piranhas thing of, oh, they just, like, ate an entire person and just a skeleton is left. Okay, I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't actually know anything about piranhas. I always just thought they were really cool. Like, I don't know why. I always just thought piranhas were kinda cool. Also, you know, kind of, like, very scary in terms of... Because it's just like, it's a fish. Why should, like, you know, child me thinking, it's a fish. Why should I be scared of a fish? And then you see a piranha and it's just like, oh, that just, like, that was a person, like, a minute ago, and now that is a skeleton. So, can I save this guy? Apparently I can. 10 out of 10, we get... Okay, so I guess that guy wanted us to avenge his dad or something. Here, somewhere in this ancient city. Okay, so... a man-eating garpike? I would like to imagine that all of... I'm pretty sure all of these are probably based off actual fish. But I do not know. Oh. Once again, I am not a marine biologist. Unfortunately, I am not on my post-Stardust Crusaders Jotaro levels of knowledge. I'm pretty sure Jotaro became a marine biologist. I think. Also, here's the level boss. So, invaded 2 towns. Among the 18 killed, 16 were eaten. Sorry, 6 were eaten. Can't go near the water. Okay, that's just a dinosaur. That is straight up just a dinosaur. Like, that is a dinosaur. Like, straight up, that is a dinosaur. I mean, Sega did make a few Jurassic Park arcade games, so I guess it makes sense. I think it's like a plesiosaur, I think? Again, I think that's what it is. I might be completely wrong on that, though, so don't quote me on that. Also, this is level 4? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was trying to think... I was just trying to think in my mind, like, hey, what are the other levels? but I think I know what they are. Also, just in an attempt to try to prevent and my hand from hurting from, you know, just having to constantly move and shoot, because this is actually doing a lot more than I thought it would. But, yeah, I'm basically just kind of moving the mouse with one hand and shooting using, like, middle finger on my right hand and just one of my fingers on the left. You know, just trying to maximize my potential damage output, which evidently isn't doing too well for me because I just got another continue. I think I'm on like 6 or 7 now. Okay, Azutal really does just pop out of the water and attack real quick. It's almost, key term, almost, it's almost like it's not quite as fast as it, but it's almost like when you fight the final boss in House of the Dead 2 and it does Towers move and it comes out super fast. Also, that's the only time that's the only time in this game we will be fighting a boss on land. Okay, off we go to the North Sea and deal with, I think it's Karkinos here. And that is a giant crab. Cool. Only have 15 minutes in this low temperature. Need to hurry. Fair. Very fair, because that is ice water for certain. And that is treasure. And that is a baby whale. Oh. Oh, those are gross. Like, sorry to people who like the Pokemon Electric and Electros and Tynamo. The Tynamo Electric Electros line. But man, that thing's gross. Can I save him? There we go. 10 out of 10. Karkinos killed all of the whales. I mean, that does make sense. When we first saw it, it was very clearly, the art for it did look like it was holding a whale in its claw, so I guess that does make sense. Okay, I do quite like the sound it makes when you shoot these jellyfish. Oh, that's cool. The sound appears to get slightly higher with each one you shoot. That's a cool little detail. I quite like that. Is this section almost done, though? I just lost an entire continue of these jellyfish. I mean, to be fair, I knew going into this I wasn't going to be doing great. Okay, so here's Medusa, which is a giant jellyfish, by the looks of things. And I mean, if nothing else, I'm doing damage. If nothing else, I'm just kind of unloading as much damage as I possibly can into it. I could probably kill it off here. Maybe one more. Yeah, I need one more kind of round of open shots on it. That should kill it off here. There we go. Fantastic. So there goes Medusa, the giant jellyfish. And we now need to keep on going to find Karkinos. This is where all the dead whales were found. Karkinos is around here somewhere. Well, there he is.
Karkinos.
Killed 15 divers and a whole bunch of whales. So we need to obviously shoot the claws because it's a giant crab, which makes perfect sense. And you know, shoot the claw, basically just shoot its options of attack, which makes perfect sense because of course that's how you would stop something from attacking. It's like, hey, if I take away something's options to attack with, it's not really going to be able to attack as much, is it? And that is another continue. For those of you keeping score at home, I believe that is 7 or 8. Don't quote me on that. It might be more. I think it's 7 or 8. Admittedly, this has not exactly gone well for me so far. Oh, okay, so it's not just focus on one leg. I have to hit all 3 on each side. Wow, I'm terrible at this. Admittedly, it doesn't really help that they're going off screen and that I can't really hit them. But hey, I guess that is arcade game logic sometimes. Okay, and I guess it's blocking our exit, so we now have to aim for its eyes. Okay, we've now died twice to Karkinos. On the plus side, it does seem to be taking a lot of damage when we shoot its eyes, so that should be it now. No, I need to basically hit the eyes one more time. There we go, Karkinos down. So that is 5 levels complete, and something like 8 or 9 continues now. This is definitely going to be setting a new record, I can tell you that for free.
West Ocean.
Okay, West Ocean, so this appears to be off the coast of South America.
Midgard Zone.
Okay, and yeah, this time the enemy's said to be incredibly big. Can we really defeat it? Through the power of infinite continues, absolutely. So, this appears to be off the coast of whatchamacallit. It said this was off the coast of South America by the looks of it, but also it's I don't know, the name Midgardsum sounded more like it would be from kind of Scandinavia. But hey, can't really complain. And either way, it's going to be a cool water monster. And I do know that we need to keep going. Also, I do like how as we go, we kind of start finding bigger, basic enemies. Like, just the normal enemies are a lot larger now. Because these things look like a larger version of the stuff we were fighting in the Tartarus Deep. I don't know what those were, but they looked real gross. But at the same time, that's just, I'll be honest, that's just kind of a lot of aquatic life. Like, there's stuff that lives in the water that I would be much happier just not knowing if it ever existed. Okay, so
Basilosaurus.
now we have the Basilosaurus, which is another dinosaur by the looks of things. However, I don't like the fact that I'm fighting this over a crater. I'll be honest, I never like the idea of fighting anything over a crater. But hey, I don't know if I'm just doing enough damage so it isn't attacking, or if it just hasn't started an attack yet. Either way, that is the Basilosaurus down. Did we defeat him? Yeah, but that was not Midgardsum. This is Midgardsum.
Midgardsum.
Over 1,000 ships have been Wow. I think that said that over 1,000 ships have been taken since antiquity. So this thing has been alive a long time. Also, these, I don't know what these things are meant to be, but they look like these things look more like an alien parasite than a fish. Okay, an absolute graveyard for ships. I mean, they aren't wrong. So hopefully we can get through here without taking too much damage. Because, give me honest, I don't like this. I think it's because there's so many just eyes. Like, I'll be honest, stuff with eyes, like, ugh, I'm not good with eyes. Hey buddy, how you doing? So he's been in here 10 days. Found the heart of the monster and just went, I could probably kill this thing and get out of here. But what if I didn't and stuck around to get some treasure? I mean, I kind of respect the hustle, honestly. Kind of messed up, but I vaguely have to respect it. Okay, so basically I need to kind of shoot around this to open up the heart while also blasting these things off me. And I took a little bit of damage. That's fine, though. So, the following statement is probably going to be really weird. This vaguely reminds me of a mission in Trauma Center Second Opinion, where you have to disarm a bomb. But hey, with that, Midgardsum's heart explodes, so we should be able to get on out of here. 10 out of 10, and we're going to be... we are dragging this guy with him, and he is not having any treasure, but hey, he got to survive, so good enough.
Panthalassa.
And now we reach Panthalassa, the final stage.
Rahab.
Hunting down Rahab. This is the place. It's called the Sea of Evil, Panthalassa. Well, there's no turning back from here. So, this is the final stage. And Yeah, it's basic. So at this point, it really does kind of commit on, you know, some more Greek mythology and stuff, because obviously you have Kerberos, which is Cerberus, basically, you know, the three-headed dog that guarded the underworld. And of course, because this is Pan-Thalassa, it's the water version, it makes perfect sense why they would just turn this into, you know, just a trio of giant sharks. Either way, we should be able to get rid of all three of these here. 10 out of 10. So, now we just continue to go deeper. I will say, this game's music is really good. Umibozu, judging from the fact that it has Umi in its name, I assume that it must be at least from Japanese mythology, probably. Yeah, admittedly, I don't know its origin, but I assume it must be from Japanese mythology. And it's mostly dead. Well, I got a hit in, so I can't smack talk it too much. It did get some hits in. It's coming right at me. Okay, yeah, so this it's not Scylla, but it's close enough in terms of how it acts. And that should be it dead in just a second. Okay, one more should do it. One more hit should do it. There we go. And it goes down into the ink and then just continues to sink. Can you believe these things crawling around? And now yet a third mini-boss, I believe. With this thing. No? I have a bad feeling about this. Yes! Okay, so, this is basically exactly the same thing we would have fought at the start of the game if we had killed White Death in time. We didn't, so we didn't fight it. But I think it's basically the same thing, only with more health. I might be totally wrong on that. But hey, that is that dead, so now we can head on into the Ancient Sea Temple and hopefully fight Rahab. Okay, Vritra and Kalia. I think these... I know Vritra is some form of snake from Hindu mythology, I think. I don't remember. I don't know exactly what its deal is, but I know the name Vritra, if nothing else. Like, I know the name of Vritra. I don't know Kalia, unfortunately. But hey, we are making good progress through the health bars, if nothing else. Also, I do like how it does the same roar every time you do any form of damage. Okay, we traded that in the end. But hey, we got through the boss. And I have infinite continues, so ultimately I still win this. What's that? So this is Rahab. Gonna be honest, if I'm doing all this, I want way more than $20,000. Like, I want way more than $20,000 for all of this. Okay, so I just have to shoot his hand, I assume. 10 out of 10. And we shoot the hand and stop his attack. And I assume it's the same on this side as well. Didn't quite work that well for me that time. But hey, we're getting, you know, we are chipping him away. I don't think I'm actually doing any damage with my hits that aren't doing... Like, I feel like my hits aren't really doing a whole lot. But, like, obviously when I break his attack, it's doing a fair bit. And I think I am actually doing a tiny bit of damage when I shoot him in the head, but it's not really a whole lot. Also, I'm taking just mountains of damage. Okay, we did damage. Wait, he's Dagon here. Dagon is... Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know what the symbolism or name of Dagon means specifically. Oh, he is on the ceiling. How the player characters did not see him, I don't really know. How many times am I gonna have to hit him here? Okay, I just had to hit him until his health bar ended. Oh, wait. Where does eyes go? Okay, phase 2. Poseidon. So, once again, back to the ancient Greek stuff. Back to the ancient Greek stuff. Obviously, Poseidon was the god of the seas in ancient Greece. Poseidon also kind of just generally kind of awful. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the gods in Greek myth were kind of awful. But also, he also very clearly was not the favorite. Like, I mean, realistically, I feel like a lot of stuff in ancient Greek myth comes back to, man, Zeus kinda sucked, didn't he? But yeah, Poseidon is the god of the sea, so it makes perfect sense why he would be a form of the final boss of the Ocean Hunter. Either way, I'm just gonna keep shooting this, and hopefully we can fire fast enough. Because, okay, so if I was playing this in an arcade, I would have like a little turret. Like, I'd have a little turret that I'd be able to aim, and I think I'd be able to just hold the button down to shoot. As opposed to having to, you know, use a mouse and stuff. And there's the trident. Okay, that seemed a little bit unfair. Like, I need to hit his elbow, but it is not on screen for most of the time. I'm where I need to hit him. So this could take a few attempts. There we go. Okay, I need to hit him like 1 or 2 more times. And then he should be down. Okay. However, because we haven't defeated Rahab yet, I assume there must be a third form here. Well, he is transforming. Yeah, that's the final boss if I've ever seen it. Rahab. Okay, so obviously its new weak point is going to be that third eye that just opened up on its head. So we need to shoot it in that a whole bunch, and then it should hopefully eventually fall down. And honestly, we are not going to be paid anywhere near as much as we should for, you know, dealing with all of this. Also, like, I know that for the kind of narrative of this, it's like, hey, we put bounties out on all of these, like, mythical creatures and stuff, but also, like, we aren't, like, bringing back a body or anything. How are they verifying this? How would they verify that the characters did this? Because obviously, if ships stop sinking in that area and they just start, and it stops being a problem, yeah, they can probably assume that that's true, but how could they verify that they were the ones who killed that monster? I mean, I guess that's something that's, I think that's something that probably isn't really meant to be thought about too much. But hey, he has me thinking about the plot in an on-rails shooter again. Also, like, I'm really trying here, but I am not getting hits in. There we go. That was... Okay, we actually hit him that time and didn't trade damage, so that's good at least. Also, I really hope... Okay. Oh? Okay, this must be final phase here. Yeah, this is definitely final phase. If we're in like a grab scenario, this must be final phase. And we're getting kind of pulled about all over the place, so hitting this eye is going to be even harder. And that was another continue there, I just kind of hit the button real fast. Now, I think I need like 2 or 3 more hits and then I win. But, yeah, that was another continue. I think I traded like 1 hit, like 1 actual hit for a continue there. Okay, he's down. So that is Rahab defeated. And apparently getting crushed by that bit of rock by the looks of things. No? Okay, that's him down. Fantastic. So now we just put this in. Oh, it just didn't do a sound to say it had added that. Okay, so with that, that is our time with the Ocean Hunter done. Because we've now finished the game.
Once there was a sea deeper, emptier than any sea. I, born from chaos, protected by the flow of silence. I, the water, see I rest in silence, waiting for the time to come. Where vanity and sea meet, I saw truth. In the eyes of truth, nothing can be deceived. Man disgraced the place that I rest, as if he ruled the world. Wrath of I shall summon the winds, and storms shall tear the sea. The 5 monsters that I have created each live in their own sea. Whatever encroaches on my territory, I shall destroy. All shall return to chaos.
Okay, so basically that kind of basically you finish the game and over the credits they give you a little bit of an explanation as to like, hey, so what was the deal? Why were all of these kind of giant mythical monsters here? Also, I like how it mentions that it only created 5, and I think Midgardsum was its own thing entirely separate to it. And there's my previous playthrough, which on second place one, which evidently didn't go quite as well as this one, and this one didn't go well. But overall, I can now add it to the list to see like, hey, how did I do? I'm gonna have to go back while I'm, putting the stuff in to see like, hey, how many times did I actually get continues here? I want to say it was like 15. It was maybe 15 or 16. It was a lot. I know that I used a lot of continues in this game, but I definitely had a lot of fun. It's whatchamacallit, Ocean Hunter is definitely a game that I might come back and try this again at some point, and hopefully have a slightly better run, but if I do, it won't be for a good while. But yeah, overall, I would say that Ocean Hunter is really fun. Honestly, I found it surprisingly difficult. but the game is really fun, it looks really nice, the music's really good, and I think it's pretty much a wholly unique on-rails shooter experience. I can't really think of another kind of underwater-themed one. But yeah, with that, I am going to end off this video here. As always, feel free to leave a comment and click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all tomorrow, where we'll be playing more Pokemon, and for whatever else I'll be doing later. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.
The Ocean Hunter.